Welcome back to the Couch Potato Queens, a recap of The Traitors Season 3, Episode 10, Power of the Seer, where the betrayals are brutal, the twists are unhinged, and the only thing faker than the Traitors' loyalty is Tom Sandoval's redemption arc. I'm your host, Mackenzie, and I'm joined as always by my co-host and confidant, and the Lord of Var to my Dolores, Stephen.
Ha!
Hey girl, hey!
Oh, hello.
Yo!
Come on, cliffhanger.
Jancy Justice says, Brittany is the ultimate traitor. Bye, Danielle. Marina Post says, hi, everyone. Busy Leonard.
We can get, hold on. I don't know. We need, before we get into anything. Cliffhanger.
I fucking hate when they do this shit. I fucking hate it. I hate it with a fucking passion. Like,
oh man. Hey, everyone watching, smash that like if you have yet to do so.
yes, please.
What are you watching?
Smash. Thank you.
Yeah, cliffhanger. Like they wanted to save everything.
Where's V? V was here on Monday night. You should have been here.
Y'all had an episode on Monday. Y'all had some hecklers.
Oh yeah. If anybody hasn't, go and watch our episode so you can get a fun, good time. We had some religious nuts in here that donated a hell of a lot of money. I'm all for that.
Haters gonna pay.
Want to push the message of Jesus Christ, I am more than happy to allow you push it and take your money and then let one of our lovely moderators ban you.
Yeah. Love that. But yeah, okay, we can take a look at the comments. So yeah, BZ.
Editing makes it looks like Brittany is going to vote Danielle. But don't bet all your money on that. Editing has deceived us before. What will be the game of chance if it is a tie? This is going to be they're going to pull something out of a bag.
Oh man, I really hope that this was just like really good editing. But I don't want to jump ahead, but that was the biggest part of the episode. Like the eye contact. I mean, it was like everyone was giving eye contact. Like Brittany and Danielle had to give that they gave each other the eye contact about Ivar. But then
there was so much eye fucking going on in this episode tonight.
Yes, there was. Well, then Brittany saying she sees Dolores look over at Danielle, and she goes, "Oh, I swear.
If Danielle gets banished, oh boy, poor Brittany. Yeah,
that's the last thing that I was expecting to happen. Is Brittany doing that to Danielle again? I think that was just...
Danielle isn't going from your mouth to God's ears.
Yeah, I don't think she I don't think Brittany had that in her, but that would have just really made her look suspicious if it was the one single one. I think it could go. It could. I could see either happening.
Ben said, "I bet you wish all the episodes dropped at once now, Stephen Boot."
No, I still don't.
That's a lot to watch that many episodes back. Like, yeah.
I wouldn't want if that did happen, we wouldn't be having all of this drama on the outside world. So
I'm so glad you watched. Did you see where I cussed out our hecklers? Did you get to see that point? Ben said, Miss Kinsey, know this. I do not play about Mother V. Do not piss me off. Bitch. I don't play about Mother V. We all love Mother V. They're fabulous, but V's going to be here when V can be here and not any other time.
She was pissed at Danielle, so she had to get on.
Joseph Collins said, white people on TikTok hate Danny, and NBC put out an article on the time break rules an hour ago. They're prepping for cries of unfair when she stays. Brittany is not flipping. From your mouth to God's ears, please, I hope.
But dude, what Dylan said at like the second time he voted for Danielle, it's facts. Like I would look at that like if I were voting, I would look at just that. There's people that won't write your name down. Just
Ben's predicting it will be a fire making challenge.
Get the hell out of here.
Sophie Duffy, we all saw Brittany's reaction during the round table. That was the reaction of the century. And Miss Dakota Rain Wages, the traitors have truly mastered the art of cliffhangers. I was at the edge of my seat tonight. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. By the way, I made Dakota, after we've been doing RuPaul's Drag Race, I'm like, you have to watch The Traitors. She binged season 3 all last week.
I can't believe you hadn't been watching Dakota.
And then she binge watched season 1 and 2 the last 2 days. So now she's fully caught up. She loves season 2 better than any of them, though. So her,
I'm still a season 2er.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, I can't. Are you team Danielle?
Oh, I've been team Danielle for a hot minute.
Well, I don't know. Okay, I will say. I want to say this. I want to say this because I liked Danielle was very different. This episode, it was like the Danielle that, like, she even says it. She was like, it's nice to be able to finally, like, just, strategize. And I think so now I'm starting to think that your theory is correct, that I think she really will, like, if she survives this, then she will take Brittany.
Well, and let me say, what I'm a fan of Danielle, but I'm a fan of, like, Big Brother 3 Danielle, Big Brother Danielle. I don't feel like Danielle has been able to play the Danielle that we know, the game that we know her to be able to play, because of Boston Rob and because of Carolyn and all of that drama. Like, I feel like we finally saw her come out last episode and be the Danielle that we all know and love. But, then she kind of ruined it for me when she did the whole getting in the floor and, but yeah, she will always be mother to me. Like, come on, when you played your gameplay was so great that Big Brother had to change the rules just because of what happened to you.
Right. Okay, I want to address this right now. I just sent Mackenzie, I just sent something in the group chat. If you can, could you bring that up onto the screen on here?
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me,
because I want to address this, Miranda. What do you think of all the rumors about Danielle breaking her NDA? Because there's been these rumors about that she cheated, that she somehow told Brittany that she was a traitor. And I mean, I don't know. I know. I think they're reaching, because, like, where did that come? Well, I guess there's a few places where it could have come from, but
I think what people are misunderstanding is where, here it is. It's where Danielle told, she's like, when Danielle told me that she's a traitor, I think she meant by that when she told me that she was a traitor in the dungeon.
Oh my God, I bet you anything. It literally is something as simple as that. But so it reads, the Traitors producers confirmed that the rumor Danielle told Brittany that she was a traitor is not true. They can't tell them at the table, but what about elsewhere? Carolyn claimed that Danielle told Brittany, maybe Dylan Efron, that she's a traitor. I find that theory mad. If I'm honest, we listen to absolutely everything that happens in the castle. We're with them 24/7. They're either filming or in their rooms. There was never a moment where any of us ever heard Danielle reveal to Brittany or whoever else that she was a traitor. Also, that would be an absolutely crazy move, because you're then out of the game, essentially. I can't see any reason why anyone would actually ever do that. And I agree. Like, it wouldn't make sense. And like, both of them would feel like bad about it. Like, I don't think they would, like, especially Danielle. She would not want to cheat her way like that. Like, she just would. It's not in her.
Well, and
like, if this was like Tom or something, if this was someone else.
And both Brittany are old school players. This is not their first rodeo. They're not going to break NDA by spilling anything, because they know the repercussions to that. Because these producers don't play. If you break the fucking rules, they're going to kick your ass to the fucking curb. They
would have to kick out Brittany too, because Or they would have, well, maybe not. Maybe they would have to redo something.
It depends on that. It would depend on the circumstances. But like that would be, and then that would be gameplay, and they would use that as an example of here's why you don't break the effing rules. Like they would crucify her. Joseph Collins, by the way, asked, when did Dolores start running this house?
You know what? I mean, she's got that power. Dolo's got that power.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, hold on. I want to see a difference of opinion. Okay, Ben. Steven, I need you to put your Bravo hat on for a second. Be glad we get Danielle featured on every episode, regardless if she is successful at the game or not. We care about entertainment, not gameplay. Facts.
Completely.
And I will say I enjoyed Carolyn, and she's not a Bravo person, but the entertainment people that they got rid of them a long time ago. And I at least enjoy Gabby. Gabby is like entertaining to me. Especially today when she said, "What's a seer?" And she was like, "My manicure is dead."
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, Sophie Dopey thinks she believes it. Okay, the best. I bet there were small things that were easy for Brittany to pick up on. They know each other pretty well, and I doubt Danielle directly told Brittany.
Yeah. Colin said, I think it's jealousy. I think people were just so frustrated that they got played by Big Brother All-Star and absolutely savage Danielle Reyes. Or I think they got upset too that they were played by a, strong Black woman. I mean, just be honest with it. And I just want to say something really quickly, just to click. And I said this Monday night to all the people out there. I like Carolyn. I think Carolyn's great TV. However, Carolyn has never confirmed or said that she is neurodivergent. Yes, that neurodivergent is on the spectrum of people that have ADHD, but she has never said that. She has never been diagnosed with that. To sit here and say that it's because she's neurodivergent and that's the reason that people went after her.
Did she say did she never announce it, or did she never?
No, she made a post about it and she said, I have never been diagnosed as neurodivergent. I could see it, but no. She said that on her Twitter. So
she said she was not diagnosed. Okay.
No. So people need to quit throwing that out and putting that in and creating a narrative for that. All the Danielle hate that we've had this last week is fucking ridiculous. It's the fucking game.
I mean, she ain't been diagnosed, but let's...
Dakota said, I was afraid I wouldn't understand the game, but Mackenzie was convincing, so I binge watched all 3 seasons in the last 7 days. Do I have a life? The answer is no. Sophie Dovey said, V was great on Monday, and whoever read you, what a moron. Thank you.
A paying moron. Speaking of which, if you'd like to support the channel any further, you feel free to send us a super chat.
Please. If you don't agree with us, honestly, the best way to show us that you don't agree with us is to send us money. Period. Ben said, wait, the fact they are defending Danielle the way they defended Robert Ross during Love Island. Oh, Peacock, don't read him my stand card like that.
I can't believe. Well, maybe they just want to address. They don't want to put it in the reunion, and they just want to address it there. Oh, speaking of addressing things, Dolores was on Watch What Happens Live last night, and she said that she was like, there was something that that wasn't shown, something that Danielle said or did, that I really just I can't get by, and just going on and on about it. So, and they filmed the reunion today. So they filmed it. That's a quick turn, like within 1 week. So they want it fresh. This is going to be a good reunion, to be honest.
Just constantly, the sermon started about one woman on TikTok who has made it her mission to try and fan hate Danny. Ben said, Kenzie, that is a lie. Did I watch BB21? I don't understand what was a lie.
Yeah, well, clarify that.
Please.
Ben.
Sophie Duffy. We'll get to that in a second. But yes, Tom finally got murdered. Who would have believed it? I thought they would keep him until Final 6.
Yeah, I mean, I knew his time was, I kind of knew his time was coming, because there was an Entertainment Tonight 12-minute interview with him that was released today, and I think it's just kind of like poetic justice to have the two women murder his ass. No. And I think also credit to him as well. He was catching on. So I think they did that well.
He was, yeah. Beasley Leonard said, I see now why they have to have newbies. Any gamer would know Danielle is a traitor. And by newbies, I'm going by, I don't think, non-gamer. I think
people who haven't done a competition show before. But I'm glad they don't, or else it would be like Survivor, where there's just a bunch of game bots who have memorized the show. No, I don't want that. Do not do that. Give me recruits. Give me Dolores.
Noden saying season 1 is okay. Season 2 is definitely my favorite, but season 3 is really good in my opinion. I was definitely hashtag Team Carolyn, so I was definitely upset. Yeah, Carolyn was good TV. Cassie Faye says that's what I think too, Kenzie. Thank you. Dolores' reaction to to breakfast instead of tomorrow.
Moran, this was definitely that had to have been about it. That's so Housewives, but it's so Housewives. But at the same time, I'm like, y'all be doing all this stuff on Housewives, though. Let's be real. So I keep teeter-tottering back and forth with how I feel about it.
Ben said the lie was about producers taking cheating seriously. I'm talking about producers on NBC, not necessarily CBS. CBS is a different story. Just Con said, you cannot risk Tom getting a power. It was the right call. They all know he can't lie, so he'll tell everyone.
Wait, hold up. Wait a minute. I want to go to my notes. There was
Don Manor said, loved Carolyn, hilarious. And Ben said, it's okay to be on the wrong team. Hashtag Team Danielle. Yeah, so do you agree with them murdering Tom? I don't.
Who would you have done instead? Clearly, they should have done Dylan.
Well, Tom is too big of a character. There was too many people that could have more easily been swayed to vote Tom because he had made it so far. So I think if they would have gotten rid of, I hate to say it, but Gabby or Avar, honestly, because you're never going to sway either one of those. I feel like if they gotten rid of one of those, left Tom, I feel like they would have had a better chance of getting everyone to gang up on. Look, Tom's been going this far. He's been inconsistent. He's been, I think
you're right.
Yeah.
Because also, I guess they really didn't see that. I don't know. I guess they didn't think of Ivar and Dylan having these conversations that I don't think Tom and Ivar would have had. If they would have gotten rid of Dylan. Yeah. Okay. Here, for one reason alone, you got a guaranteed vote from Dolores for Tom. That is a guaranteed vote. So honestly, it could have really just come down to that. They needed those 3 votes. And
Jane Lance said it's a risk for Tom since he's on to Danielle already. But Tom was so fucking out there with his opinions and thoughts, and he was so just all over the place. I think they could easily just there he goes on another one of his rants again. Did you see what Ben asked? Can we pit the line for 1 second? Brief intermission. Steven's thought on Karen Huger, even though you don't watch Potomac.
I cannot believe we got another housewife hitting the hoose cow. I can't believe it. Wait a minute. Oh, I like Joseph Collins' idea. What if the chance is a Survivor-style punishment for a hung round table? Danielle and Ivar are immune, and everyone else draws rocks. Now, that would have been. I like that idea a lot more.
Oh, 4 houses, 4 degrees, and 4 DUIs.
Can we give it up for Gabby's Couture at breakfast. I thought she looked stunning.
Some hot pants, hot shorts. Yes.
I loved her. And I'm glad that we're getting so much screen time of her now. And I thought she actually killed it at the round table. I thought she was so poised and she had it put together, honestly, more than Danielle did. Danielle, speaking of which, what was this? What did she say? Like shitstorm that she was about to like Gabby didn't know what she was ready for. And I'm like, where I was waiting for it. In fact, I think it was the opposite. I think Gabby served you a damn platter. Like she served it.
Can we also bring up what Marina just said? The challenges on this show are so dumb.
I love this one.
So fucking much.
No, I love this one. This one was
not as bad, but it's still just like,
This one made this one. Version. I thought this one. I really like this one for one.
I watched the UK version trying to figure out what this whole seer thing was about. So I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. They have better challenges on the UK version than they do on the US version by fucking far.
They're the same.
No, nah. There's the 2 episodes I watched. I have never seen.
Oh, I thought they did change up to 2 of them, but they're. I'm pretty sure they are. The first 2 seasons were the same, but I guess I haven't seen the 3rd. Oh yeah, did they drop yet?
Huh?
Oh, the Traitors UK 3 does drop next week.
Yeah. Awesome. Let's see. Busy Learner said, you just hit on my trouble. They are not focused on getting rid of traitors, just problematic faithfuls.
Well, no, they're but at the same time though, a bad faithful is worse than a good traitor.
Yep. I agree.
It's true.
Somebody said Gabby is fabulous in every way. Gabby is fabulous in every way except for her gameplay. Up until now. Like her gameplay has been non-existent. Her fashion, yes, I loved what she was wearing. Let's see. I love all but the last $100 of coins wouldn't let anyone catch up. Yeah, so what did you think about that challenge?
I mean, I liked it, and I do want to give a shout out to I realize this. So because okay, for one, the seer being, I forgot about that part, that the seer is announced after the round table, but there's already a winner. So that's why they did it on a like dollar system. So and they kept it a secret because whoever let's say the person with the highest amount gets banished, then the person with the next amount would be the seer.
Makes sense.
But I liked it because I thought what you could be strategic with it, like Danielle was, which I thought was a at first I guess I forgot that there were 3 like legs of this mission, but Danielle like sticking at the 100 immediately, I'm like, what?
Another thing about the challenge that pissed me off was not so much the challenge, was Dylan. Dylan sitting there, which, I mean, he's right, but him automatically sussing out Danielle and be like, oh, this is traitor behavior. No, it's that stupid to think somebody trying to get it as a traitor, because if I was a faithful, I would be trying just as hard to get it because I want to find out if I can trust a certain person or not, especially since you're one week away from the end. You know,
I mean, at that point, there's so few people that I guess, I mean, you really do look at everything. But I also think that I noticed that comment. I think that may have just been a little bit of editing for foreshadowing.
But I mean, like, if honestly, I would not use that as a way of trying to figure out if this person's a traitor or not. I'm going to be using it as the way, like, let's say you and I have been working together towards the end. I'm going to see if you and fuck you, Ben. Jag has won again. I'd be using it to see, can I trust you? Can I take you to the end? And then if you know both of you are good.
Yeah, exactly like what Dylan said. Why he wanted to win it, because so that he could, be like, oh, we're both faithfuls. Yeah. So same thing, but
here's the thing. And that's where I don't think some of them are getting it. Yeah, you get to find out if that person's a faithful, but that's the person still doesn't know if you're a faithful because you don't have to reveal if you're faithful or not.
So if a traitor wins that, that might be, let's say Danielle wins it and she makes and Brittany did not write down Danielle's name. Like she wrote down Ivor. Oh God, and then she still has to be, it's still up for chance.
Well,
right?
it's up for chance, but here's my hope. I hope because
Chance.
Danielle has sat there. I'm sorry, Brittany has sat there and said, I can't write her name. I can't write her name. I can't write her name. And I'm hoping that that's just good editing whenever Dolores revealed her vote and she goes, because she now knows. She saw that and now she knows how the votes are going to play out. So I'm hoping that Brittany has wrote a VAR, so it goes to chance, and they pull out his name and he's gone. Like that's
I really hope that, I don't know, because those roundtables aren't edited that heavily. Like I really don't like they're not really edited. Like I don't know that they're taking, because I don't think at that time they took the shot of Brittany looking over. I think that was in real time. And I don't know, that was a little too convincing for me. Like I don't think that, like is Brittany making that face just because she knows now it has to go up for chance? Or when was she making that face like
when she looked at Danielle and she thought, okay, she's fixing to vote for Danielle, and then she didn't. Maybe she's like, because now she's like, okay, here's where it's going to go. I just feel like Brittany knows now where it was about to be, and that's why she's so shocked. That's what I'm hoping.
Well, maybe it is. It is. Maybe that was it was a shock, but a shock like, oh shit, she's not voting for like Danielle does have a chance.
Yeah, and I don't feel like Brittany is a bad person. I feel like she does feel bad for what happened on Reindeer Games. So I don't see her.
There's no way.
Yeah. I just don't see it happening because she's been so conflicted about that this entire season. For her to then just change all of a sudden on a dime and then change and put out Danielle's name, I just don't. I don't.
And you know what? She has a really good reason to say to them, like, let's say it was in the minority and she was the only person. And she was the only person to do it, she has the easy excuse of, I can't write her name down. I betrayed her once. I couldn't do that. I'm not a traitor, but I could not write her name down.
Because was it a VAR or was it Dylan that said, we all know that there's one person here that's not going to write your name down?
Dylan said it. Yeah, Dylan said it.
They all know that she's not going to write the name.
Right.
So if she writes her name or she doesn't write her name, no one's going to be shocked by that. No one's going to suspect her on anything.
Exactly. So I think you're right now. I think that there's, I just don't see a world where oh God. But I could also see it though, the look on her face, like, holy shit, did I just do this twice?
Yeah. 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 But I think it's, I don't know.
BZ, what if they can't vote for Gabby because it was a tie? They can only vote between.
It had to be either for a VAR or it had to be for Danielle. And the VAR and Danielle could not vote. Although that would have been funny if, no, yeah. See, somebody said, Don said, I'm not convinced. The look on Brittany's face was not good. It wasn't a relief.
It's exactly that's what I'm thinking that as well. Like I've never seen Brittany make that kind of face. I've never seen her make that kind of face. That was a very she was. You could tell she was she felt disgusted.
Ben said, "See, here's the thing: the one time you can take advantage of people splitting votes, no one splits their votes." Well, I mean, Brittany even said that too. Like, about Dolores, have you not heard how votes work? Do you not know how to? It's not like we're counting very high.
But I love that. I think that's the first time we've seen something like that kind of play out at the round table where it's like they're going for Gabby the entire time. And then, you know what? What Danielle said, I had an aha moment. And
does that mean if Danielle gets banished, does that mean Brittany has to do one final kill? I think killing is done. I think.
But is it though? Because there is another banishment.
No, it's down to 6, so it'll be 5. So then it'll be 5 of them going. So then tomorrow will be, yeah. So they'll go into 5, and then there'll be a banishment. So then it'll be down to 4 going to the. Thank you so much, Joseph Collins. He agrees with Steven about a late recruit winning. Boring, unfair, but Brittany has changed my mind. If you attach yourself to one traitor and play a masterful social game to get recruited, I'm down.
I thought the same thing. Like it felt very different than when Kate was recruited. No shade to Kate, because I love Kate. Yes. But this felt very different. And like they were able to, it wasn't just like, hey,
we wanted to see all season. We wanted to see Danielle come out to play, and she finally got someone that she could play the game with. You could see them both so excited.
Yeah, and I think it didn't happen really at all in season 2, for one. Maybe a little in the beginning of season 1, but of Traitors legitimately working together. Like it's more like, these 3 are the Traitors, but they're playing separate games. They're not trying to steer the direction away from them.
Yep.
And I think it ends up biting them in the ass, because you see a clear example is Gabby calling out, like, this looks like just like Boston Rob versus Bob the Drag Queen. It felt exactly like that.
Casey wants to know, how do we rank this episode for this season?
I thought it was very good. It was a very good roundtable. I mean,
it's a good episode, but it ranks last for me because I hate when there's cliffhangers like this.
Oh my God, stop it.
Thank you so much, Dakota. We got another super chat. I want Laura's royal title, Danielle's acting skills, Gabby's wardrobe, and Dylan's hand in marriage.
Well, news alert. Dylan Efron had said in an interview that he thinks showering is overrated, and that he thinks people shower too much, and that when coming out of a pool, it's chlorine. It kills everything. I don't need a shower after that. Yeah, so just a little weird little tidbit. So I'm
just saying, he's hot enough that as long as it just there's some guys who have an odor that's a sexy odor. So if he was one of those that had that sexy odor, I wouldn't mind. If it was like a funky, then. Dawn Manor said, also Danielle switching to a VAR from her attack on Gabby and then Brittany following suit also looked like she was just saving her ass.
I mean, she was.
Ben said, I want Steven's hand in marriage.
Come on, boy.
Ben, you just a hoe. First you want Josh, now you want Steven. Cassie's BT Learner said Meghan Markle's title will be for sale soon. It won't. It's not going to happen. Then Joseph Collins said, not Dylan being grosser than Tom Sandoval.
I mean, I don't know about that, but no, I agree, BZ. Girl, it is all about cliffhangers. You need a cliffhanger before the finale. No. Well, then maybe you should have waited till next week to watch this episode.
I should have, but then who would have helped you do this episode?
Touche.
I think Dakota wants to come on and do an episode with us at some point. I told her there's only 1 or 2 left, so she's going to have to hurry it up.
Next week, finale, baby. And Gaga.
Ben said it's a hoedown, throwdown. Yeah. Overall, though, Dylan is the Turner from Big Brother with.
We didn't say he didn't, but I mean, just might not do it at necessary times. Okay, hold up.
Showered.
What?
Tucker showered.
Turner.
Oh, Turner. Oh, I thought he was saying Tucker.
That's a little different. Yeah. Hold up. I gotta bring this up. I can't believe that this got brought up in the episode. Gabby really did hear Danielle when she had to do the murder in plain sight. I was floored. Because I thought for sure that was just like editing to just like make it look like that. No, she really did hear her. I'm like, how are you just now
They
just
talked
now bringing
about
that out.
though, like then, like she was talking about that she heard them. But I mean, yeah, I guess now that they know,
Not bringing it
more
up as like
so now that they found out that Carolyn was a traitor.
honestly, yeah, she should have pinpointed anyone that. Oh wow, yeah, but I mean that was a big piece that I did not know that she had in the back of her mind.
I would have turned around and said, "I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like something you're saying. Try to throw me under the bus." I would have flipped it back on her. Be like, "Oh well, then why have you held on to this entire time?" Seems very convenient that you're saying something like that now. Honestly, I feel like Danielle, in a way, is so tired of fighting that at this point she's just like, fuck it. Like
She seemed like it tonight, and it was like a different version of her tonight. Very much so.
Someone said Dylan was also in that space, though. Half the castle was in that room that night. True. And Sophie Duffy said, but the way they edited it looked like she saw Carolyn and Danielle coming out of the library.
I mean, you could.
And Ben says, Kenzie thinks she has better reads than Mackenzie from Big Brother 26. Unlike Mackenzie from Big Brother 26, though, most of my reads actually come true and happen.
Yeah, okay, that's why I was thinking, like, she seemed at peace with Brittany voting for her, but maybe she saw it as something, she had to do it, but I think I think Brittany did it.
Yeah. Cassie said, it's good Gabby waited so they didn't give Danielle a chance to prepare an argument.
Yes, because when they were talking about how, she had a great argument, versus Carolyn, and Gabby just had point after point after point after point, saying that, like, yeah, you had all this because you got that information firsthand. And then even Dylan saying, I think both of you were telling the truth, but Carolyn was less convincing.
Yeah. And Ben said, oh yeah, Danielle seemed at peace with Brittany voting against her. I mean, honestly, I feel like Danielle is expecting the worst, but hoping for the best. Like, I don't think it would shock her to see that Brittany did that. I think she probably expects it. That's why I'm really hoping that she doesn't, because
I know.
Sophie Dovey said, who would have thought this would be the final 6 when the season started? That is
should we see? Let's see who thought this would be.
Like,
wow. Frank has 3 going into finale.
Josh,
and you're down to Dolo, and I'm Brittany and I. Oh, finally! Oh my god! I even realized I finally got a traitor.
You got a traitor! Yay! So yeah. Somebody said Kirkland and Ellis hire Gabby ASAP. Just concept the social awareness of Brittany and Danny switching those votes without saying anything was stellar.
That's why I thought this was such a great episode, from pure eye contact.
Yeah.
Wait, go back. I want to point something out from that. I will give both of us credit, though. Both of our first picks are still in the game.
They're still there. Me and you are the only one whose first picks are still there.
Yep. So
I would have picked Brittany if you had not. You got to go before. I was the last one to pick that round, so you got to pick Brittany before me.
I sure did.
Yep.
Sure did.
And it was between, and I was trying. I honestly wanted to pick Danielle because you see Frank had first pick on her, so I could have gotten Danielle, but because Big Brother players historically have never done good in this game, I was like, okay. I'm not going to go with Big Brother player. I'm going to go with a different player who I think could probably do really well. And I mean, she's not done much, but she served me well. And you're last. Well, yeah, you're last because you didn't get to pick Wes. So Avar was your last pick, and he's still fucking there.
Is there a line on my screen? Do you see that?
I see that too. So I think
okay. I don't know what that was. That was really weird. Okay.
And now it's went away.
Wait, so you didn't shoot. So
Avar, he was your last pick.
Yeah,
you
he
didn't pick
was.
West. West was just assigned to us. So your last pick is still there.
Let's see. So did you have any traitors on yours? No,
Nope.
you didn't.
I had no traitors. I had all faithfuls.
Shout out to Alan for saying for coming to breakfast saying and for once, Tom, you were a faithful. Oh, he ate that. He ate that. He ate
You know
that.
what, man? You're such a fucking hater. How do I have the worst drafts? I still had till this episode 2 in it, and me and Steven are the only one whose first draft picks were still in here.
We were the seers.
Yeah, we were. Bob the drag queen was gone, and then what was his face? Who was Frank's first? I can't.
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy. Jeremy's gone. So
he's been gone.
BZ Leonard said, "I think Brittany wins. Congrats, Steven." Yeah.
Could you? Oh my God! Could you see
I hope
Dolores or Ivar winning? I swear to God.
God, no, please not. I'm hoping it's a Brittany Danielle win. After Danielle has fought this hard, I hope she stays. I hope she wins. I don't see that it's going to happen though. I feel like if they get to that final fire thing,
Yeah, then it's a 50-50 chance. Still, she's she barely has a chance right now.
Yep. Case Face said, "Love Alan." Yes. Oh, I loved his outfit tonight.
Loved
that
it.
Outfit was cute. Sophie Duffy said, "So all three of you could have a winner on your draft." Yeah. If faithfuls all stick together.
All three of us.
You, me, and Frank.
With a faithful. Well, see here. Oh man. Yeah. Okay. I guess it goes back to what Joseph Collins said way earlier about it not being fair for a traitor to what if Danielle goes and Brittany ends up winning the entire thing? It's it's not fair, but her game as a faithful was it. I mean, if you play a good faithful game for as long as you can, what's she going to do? Die? She was the last traitor.
But here's the difference. She has at least played a social game. I can't say the same for Gabby or Var, to be quite honest. Var has been in his little boys clique. Gabby was in the Bambi's clique. At least with Brittany, she's played a social game. She's been there. She's talked to pretty much everybody.
Yeah, I mean, she even called that out. She called that out to Gabby, which was, I thought that was an interesting way to go. But I mean, it was something. Yeah, I don't think we've seen traitors work together like this. They work together well, even if it was just for, to save each other's asses pretty much right now.
Sophie Duffy said, Josh had the same fate as Steven's BB26 draft team. Look, we're going to just forget BB26 happened. How about that? The way Danielle was tweeting preseason, I thought she was first boot. Kind of same. That's why I didn't go pick her. Joseph Collins said, if they get to Final Fire, they're holding, and a traitor can't be banished by votes, only by chance. Dolores will turn on Dylan because the last round table doesn't reveal the seer frame of R. Yep. Yeah, and that's the thing. The seer twist, once I've thought about it, if you're the seer, you get it, and I'm a traitor, and you asked me, and I revealed to you I'm a traitor, all we can do is go back, and you're like, Mackenzie's traitor. I'm like, he's a fucking liar. I told him that I was a faithful. Why are you lying about what I told you now? Are you a fucking traitor?
You're a fucking traitor, bitch.
But then it's my word against your word, and then it's which one of us has created more alliances? Which one of us has created more trust with other people?
Well,
either one of us that gets banished, no one's going to know if you're a faithful or a traitor because you don't reveal.
Okay, so I don't. Did you watch the UK episode of this? Did you see the seer?
It was in this season that comes out next week. But everything that I've read up about it, That's what basically happens.
Well, Joseph Collins, you've seen this, I know. Are they allowed? Like, do they go back into the castle and talk amongst themselves? Like, is it a secret who? Is it a secret who is like who's chosen? Can they actually say like this is what they told me in there? Because I wonder how that works. Because
oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like if it's like, oh, guess what? She told me this.
Yes, they can say that they have a seer, but I mean they could be lying about it.
But two people know. That's why it's
yeah.
Oh, they lay it out of the. Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, wait. It's not a secret. Who has that? They lay it all out on the round table.
Gotcha. And Ben said, Kenzie, I know you would be standing Tamron Judge winning season 2 if all she did was interrogate Parliament British guy about being asthmatic.
John, do you have an inhaler?
John. No, no. Mm-mm. I was all about Phaedra on that. So Frank winning the draft again. What are the chances?
Oh wow,
draft.
So okay, wait. I need to revisit this. So wait, if there's not a murder,
yep.
But there's another banishment
because I just was looking, and every article out there is saying that there's no murder. That this was the last murder.
But there's another banishment, but no murder.
Yeah.
But there could be what to me that doesn't make sense because then it's like they don't know if there could be one more or not. So if I don't know. I don't think that's mathing with me because they know that there could be
right now. We're at 6 people right now. So whoever goes after this episode will be at 5. So if then the traitors murdered somebody, then we're going to be down to 4 people going into breakfast and the thing. Yeah. Then, it's just the numbers aren't adding. So I think we're at 6. We'll get down to 5 tonight. Everybody will get through. They'll have the instead of a murder, they'll be the face-to-face with the seer and whoever they want to.
That makes sense. And there couldn't really be a murder because I don't think you can have one traitor murder.
Joseph Collins said they decided not to have a murder because it gave away Kate last season when they vanished Phaedra and John still died.
That's right.
Ben said, right. Triple stream this, Reality Kingdom, and Jolene. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Damn, so Kate murdered John by herself?
Yep.
Oh, wait, or oh, Lord, I can't remember this now.
Hold on. I can pull up the
because I don't remember Kate being in the turret just by herself being like, John. Yeah, because I don't really remember.
Let's see.
But I do remember something there being a thing about Kate about like it was clear, yeah. There's another traitor left.
10 going into 11. So yeah, John was the only one murdered.
Well, there's only ever one person murdered, but I mean who?
Let's see. Let me share this and this.
Sheree winning the traitors would have put Kenzie in the asylum. Agreed. Okay.
Here we go. So Traitor Decision, episode 10, John. MJ. So there was 7. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, no, wait. No, it says no murder.
Yeah. Yep.
And Kate's in there, but so see, I'm not understanding now. I'm looking at it, and
no, she didn't murder John. She murdered Sheree.
Sheree.
Yeah, because Phaedra went out here, Yep. So 6 once, and then they're down to 6. And she murdered here. Yep. And because that was the last episode.
God, I just don't remember her being in the turret by herself, but okay. So then I guess they just have an extra banishment then.
Yep.
Oh, which is why they don't okay, that adds up now. Because that's why they don't reveal if they were a traitor or not. Right? I'm trying to make this make sense. I hope that does. Kenzie's got a couple strikes already. Copyright strikes, politically correct strikes.
Look. You're just lucky I'm here because, I finished this episode 45 minutes ago. And Steven's like, can we push it 10 minutes? Can we push it 10 minutes? I was like, I want to go to bed. If Avar goes, wouldn't they let the traitors improve their chances? No, because then we're just down to too many. There's just not enough people left.
Wait, so hold on. If Ivor goes, then the only faithfuls left are Gabby, Dylan, Dolores.
Yep. And so then if they murdered, then we're down to, 2 traitors and 2 faithfuls. Then we have the last banishment ceremony. Then we're down to, I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Okay, so okay, let's do a hypothetical. So if Danielle does go, then what's Brittany's move? Like, where are we going with this?
If Danielle goes,
like, who are they pinning on a trait? Who are they saying is a traitor? Next after Danielle at this point?
I mean, they don't have to say that there is one.
There is a banishment. That's the thing. There is another banishment.
But they don't necessarily know that there's another traitor. They think that there might be because there's not another murder. So if there's not another murder, then it can be like, well, I'm a faithful.
But there is a banishment. So it's like, so if they don't know. I mean, regardless, no, what I'm saying is, like, who's the next traitor? Because there is another banishment. So, like, there's another banishment. So who are they putting at who's
oh, I see. Who did they,
like, who's the next banished? Like, there is a banishment. So like, they're saying, I think you're a traitor.
Honestly, I think it's going to be Gabby or Var. Their names,
I guess so. They're
names.
Only from that. Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I don't know why. Me personally, if I'd been there, I would have been throwing Dylan's name under the bus. Like, Dylan has been too close to too many people. He was close to Boston Rob. He was close
switching switching his vote last minute after what he.
Yep. Joseph Kahn said, if there's a banishment and they don't think there's a traitor, they banish a man and go as women to the end.
That's what I would think. Like, it's just, at this point, just get someone out.
But I mean, they're not going to be able to do. If Danielle goes, they won't be able to do that because there's still going to be 2 men left.
Shit.
Yeah.
No. Well, shit.
Yeah. Avar and Dylan. So if Danielle goes, and if there's not another murder, and then we go and we have one more banishment, then we've got all women and one man going into the the fire ceremony.
BZ, they don't know. There could be, because for one, they're told that there are between 2 and 4 traitors initially, but they don't know that there was it's somewhere in between. There may be, there may not be. But what the fuck? What did Ben say? Was Britney Spears' ex ever unalived, or was he invisible? Don't know. But by the way, I love Sam post Traitors. I love him. I think he's very insightful.
Oh God, yes. BZ Leonard said earlier, you want to hear mispronounced names? Watch Family Feud. You want to hear mispronounced anything? Watch Steve Harvey as a
my God.
or
Hello. Wait, so hold on. Here's my we need to give, because these are finale predictions right now. Like it's next week. Like I'm giving, like, these are, so here's the thing. Okay, if Danielle goes, and let's say, yeah, I think banish Ivor. Like banish Ivor or Gabby. But I think that honestly, in the end, for Brittany, I think she could. I think because Gabby and Ivor, only two names that were really said, but I think she might be able to do some convincing of Dolores. Yeah, I think at the end, like, to, if there is a traitor left, I think she could convince them, like, throw it on Dolores.
I'm gonna keep riding with, yeah, that gives you and Frank the win, but I'm gonna go with Brittany and Danielle, only because this entire season, the editing has been top notch. Every time they set it up to look like something is about to happen, the exact opposite happens.
See, I would agree with you with that, but Brittany's face, did not lie.
I know, but again, every single time this season we thought something was about to happen, they've set it up with faces and gasp and things being said, and then something completely different. So I just don't see them editing it that way. Well, again, unless they're like, okay, we're going to make you think, we're going to set it up to where it looks like this all season, and then we're just going to change it up on you, and the editing's going to be actually correct for once.
And I think because I'm thinking back, and it was a very dramatic edit. Like the music, it was meant to be like very dramatic, and for a cliffhanger. I bet you the editing won't be nearly as dramatic next week when we watch it and she says Ivor.
Yeah.
I think it could be. I think that is a very big possibility, because you're expecting that to happen then.
And if that happens, then Brittany and Danielle teaming up and going hard fucking core. Dylan's always switching his votes last minute. Dylan has been this entire season. I think he's been protecting me, and now he's desperate at the end, and he's trying to throw me under the bus. I'm a faithful.
Speaking of that, finally, they don't say the term out loud, but finally, the edit actually says something about traitor angels. They don't say it by name, but Brittany calls out that, she's been protecting me. Like somebody else, it gets brought up again, but I'm like, finally, like, they're giving us like that edit, but traitor angel.
Dylan that said it at breakfast said that makes sense. Carolyn goes and
yes.
Carolyn was protecting Tom.
Yes. Like, so like they're like, so finally, like, because the edit was just like keeping that out like last season as well, but it's a true thing.
I'm gonna go with Brittany and Danielle, and I think if they get a VAR out, I feel like they're gonna go after Dylan and be like, Dylan, it has to be him, but and if they do that, I feel like Brittany and Danielle have it. However, if they don't and it goes the other way, I'm just gonna call it right now. It was because they murdered the wrong fucking person. They should have kept Tom in, because Tom is too big of a target with too much hate on him, that they could have easily painted a bigger target on Tom just because so many people want to.
I think you're right. I think you're right. That was a bad murder.
Yeah.
But think of it. There is still oh God, I don't know. They can't murder Dylan. They've really got to get rid of Dylan if Danielle does make it, because what do you know? We're going to be you're going to be at the fire pit, and hello, you're going to banish Danielle.
Now, how perfect would that be if Danielle makes it? And that's a big if right now, if Danielle makes it. But if Danielle makes it, because even if she makes it, she has to get past that draw, because it's going to be, a blind draw. It's either going to be Danielle or VAR. So if Danielle makes it, they can go through the whole little thing, get to the final table. That person that's evicted or banished will not be able to reveal if they're a traitor or a faithful. So if they can paint it onto Dylan and then get everyone to team up to go after Dylan and vote Dylan out. Oh, we got rid of the last traitor. We got rid of the last traitor. Because they're not going to know if they got rid of the last traitor.
And they just switched away from Gabby. They're not going back to Gabby.
Yeah.
Oh, I think they're not going to go back to Gabby. I think they need to pivot and go. Yeah, they need to go after Dylan hard.
You have hardcore tears. I promise you, I'm a faithful. Dylan has been whispering in my ear, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, they're going to have to, gun hard for him.
Steven and Frank could win the draft. I'm blocking Steven on Instagram of our wins. Miranda says, you're right, Sophie.
Well, and
Casey said, I can see them taking the win as well. Kinsey, the edit is trying way too hard.
But there's also a way where they both make it to the end, but Danielle goes and Brittany stays because Danielle is just too clear of a traitor. And Brittany is, I don't think anyone's suspecting Brittany, but my God, what if the heat is on Danielle so hard, she flips it up and she pins it on Brittany.
As much we've just gotten all season of Brittany saying she made a mistake in Big Brother Reindeer Games. Danielle talking about it, that they're both wanting to work together. They're both trying to build that trust. I just don't see them putting in all of that work and all of that lip service to just flip at the last minute. By the way, Miranda said, Graves is back too. Thank fucking God, because that was a cliffhanger of a fucking cliffhanger. BZ said, Danielle will never survive the bags in the fire. I don't know. She might not, but depends on who she's got there, because if she's got, they may not, they all go and say, look, we got to get rid of Gabby. Then it could be her and Brittany and Dolores, because Dolores is kind of rocking with them right now.
Hello.
And so if they can get her on the side and say, we need to get rid of Gabby. If we get rid of Gabby, then we're all going to be winners. Sophie Duffy said, what would Mackenzie do if she's wrong about Danielle and Brittany winning? I'm going to come on here and admit, well, I was fucking wrong and I read that wrong. But I will say, in my defense, I have been right about a lot this season. And I don't have spoilers to go by. I'm just having to go by gameplay.
You can read the foreshadowing as well. From the very beginning, the Brittany Danielle, I think it's Thelma and Louise thing they're trying to do.
And we said it last week. There's too much fucking hate towards Danielle from every player this season for her to have not made it to the end, in my opinion. For her, if she went in this episode, I don't think there would be as much hate coming from her.
I just thought about that as well, too, because of Dolores on Watch What Happens Live. Bringing that up, I think, it's such a big deal because she wins. Yeah, but they don't really spoil it too well. Oh, you know what? I just thought of this. They don't spoil the episodes to the people who were not there when filming. I think they're pretty locked into the NDAs and they just want to, be able to find out. But they just had to film the reunion today, so they had to show them the last episode.
But they talk. Just like, RuPaul's Drag Race girls, they all talk. They all know what's happened.
But they, Trishelle last year, she really didn't. There were, people, Johnny Bananas had no idea that the two of them were going to win, because I thought that he did think that, and that's why his podcast was alluding to certain things. He had no idea. Because I think everyone, they want to know how it plays. It's fun to watch. You don't want to be spoiled by that.
BC said nobody will choose Danielle over Dylan. Even Dolores has Danielle on her lips. I don't think
that's so. That's why they need to ban it. They need to banish Dylan now.
Yeah. But Dolores said at the beginning of the episode that she trusts Danielle. She believes that Danielle's a traitor. I don't really think that she's got her name on her lips. Cassie said, "Yep."
And you know what?
That could the way Steven and I would handle it. Rebuild our trust all season and blow it up at the
yeah. Yup.
Brittany has been doing a lot of press this week, but she hasn't really let anything slide. Like the only thing, and as I will say, is she's not been talking bad about Danielle. And you can take that in one of two ways. You can take that as she's not going to go after her and they go to the end. Or you can take that as I fucked her on the last episode and I eat crow.
But see, I don't think the only way that it works that Brittany fucks over Danielle is like by accident with, oh man, I have no idea. I really don't. I don't know. I'm like 50-50 with. How's that battle back coming along, Kenzie?
Which battle back? What are you talking about? I'm confused.
I think that's got to be a Big Brother reference. Everyone was all.
There's a battle back. Love 2 reunion already.
Chat of the night. I cannot wait. Like this is with all the outside drama from this season.
Damn.
I just hope Danielle don't wear an ugly hat.
Whoever's behind the winner's edit, they've been giving almost everybody a winner's edit.
Iva?
No. Ivor? Gabby? Like, I could see Dylan getting one. I can see Brittany, Danielle, and Dylan getting one. Everybody else has been kind of forgotten. Like, Dolores only had 1, maybe 2 confessionals this episode. I don't think Gabby may have had 1. Like, I don't have pretty much Danielle, Brittany, and Dylan all episode.
Gabby was in it for sure,
but not as much as the rest of them.
Well, 2 of them are traitors.
Well, I mean, true.
Hello.
Dolores is so floating. I agree.
She votes with the hot.
Cynthia said Traitors is good without spoiling stuff, and whoever wins has to keep it a secret for this long. Yeah.
They don't. The only thing that was spoiled was that, and I just found out today that it was Carolyn that I had no idea that accidentally spilled on like Patreon about Wes and Derek entering the game. I'm like, is that a sick fucking joke?
Well, and they're saying that that's the reason that her and whoever it was that she's.
Yeah, but I think it's a stretch.
Well, I think he said something he shouldn't have, and then that got her in trouble.
Oh my gosh, I love this comment. Cassie Faye says, "Do you think the reunion would be like West Side Story, Bravo versus everyone else?" So excited for it. I mean, it's gonna be. It's almost like it is Faithful versus Traitors. It's like good versus the evil. Like the Traitors. I think we saw this last season too. And season 1. I think when you are a Faithful, you get this mindset of like, I'm the good people, y'all are the bad people, y'all are murdering.
The way they just had Avar eating venison, waiting for someone to come into him was not a winner's edit.
That was so funny. I clocked that too. That it was like, oh, everyone's doing this. Like Brittany is literally running outside of the damn castle. That was so funny to me too. That Brittany going everywhere outside of the castle. I cackled.
Sophie Duffy said, Dolores, the last housewife standing. Who saw that coming?
I did.
I said it when I picked her. I said, I can see this bitch being the last housewife standing.
I thought she was going to be a traitor.
Yeah, I did too. Cassie asked, do you think the reunion would be like
I just said that.
Yeah.
I literally just highlighted that, girl.
Bravo versus everyone else. Yes, I agree. But I mean, that was also last season. Bravo versus everybody else.
It was Phaedra versus Dan.
Well, yeah. Gabby was giving cute. Yes, we talked about that earlier. Ben said, heard rumors that King Charles and Queen Camilla had a medical emergency. Navarre had to return home at the end.
Good.
That would have been last year, and Charles was already diagnosed with cancer. They filmed May, June. So there was really nothing that happened May, June. So I don't.
Girl, it's Ben. He's trolling you.
Whatever. He's a bitch. I love you. Ben, why don't you come back on and do another podcast with us?
Hot take, floating is the best strategy in Traitors. June's song would be sick at this game. Hell yeah. I mean, see, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that Brittany floated. She was, or maybe they need to come up with a term for like a social floater.
She flitted. She was like a butterfly. She floated over to this one's shoulder. She floated over to that one's shoulder.
She fluttered.
But I mean, Brittany, she may not have done a lot physically in this, but her social game is on par. She's been with everyone. She's never sitting with the same person. She goes person to person. She's, trying to work with people, even to the very end. And you saw that tonight when she was going from here to here, and you see her just going back and forth the hall, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Miranda says, with all these housewives going to jail, they're going to need to cast from other Bravo shows. Absolutely incorrect. Literally, Teresa Giudice went to jail and was on House of Villains. So, gotta say, that is not the case whatsoever. In fact, I think it is going to make them want to cast them.
And same with Rick. Did he go to jail?
Who's Rick?
Survivor season 1.
Richard Hatch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they had 2 felons on House of Villains.
In fact, no. I think it's the complete opposite. It's like, no, they are going to bring them on shows. Like, hello, they went to jail and are going to tell us about it. Fuck yeah.
2? Okay, sure. I mean, why would they give a fuck if there's a felon on the game or not? We've got a felon in the fucking White House.
Is Teresa a felon? No, she's not a felon.
If you went to prison, you're a felon.
I don't think so.
What you go to?
A DUI is not a felony.
Yes, it is. DUI is
no,
a felony.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
A DUI is a misdemeanor.
No, it is not.
Yes. So everyone with a DUI can't vote. A DUI is a misdemeanor.
Is a felony in 43 states.
Name them.
43. I'm not going to name all 43.
So every single person in 43 states that has gotten a DUI cannot vote for the president?
No, anyone can vote.
Felons can't?
Yes, they can. They can vote in a federal election. You cannot vote in a state election if you're a felon.
Stand corrected.
Teresa went to jail for tax evasion. That's a felony.
That's a felony.
Kenzie does not have 50 Nifty memorized. I'm disappointed in you. I have 50 Nifty memorized, but I'm not going to sit here and read 43 names on a list because I'm not. So if
okay, hold up. A DUI is a felony after 4 DUIs in 10 years.
Where? In what state? Hold on. Is it DUI in New York? Because she's in New York, isn't she?
It says it's possible to be convicted of a DUI as a misdemeanor or a felony federally. A standard first offense is almost going to be a misdemeanor. A DUI offender who kills or seriously injures another person is simply going to face felony charges.
But Teresa was for tax evasion. That's what she went to jail for.
I'm just trying to get this point across that people who got DUIs are not felons. But 4 DUIs, yes.
I thought she was in New York or New Jersey.
Potomac. Do you know where Potomac is?
Well, that doesn't have to be Maryland. That can also be Virginia. That can be Maryland. That can be
any of them. But regardless, 4 DUIs. I'm sure that is anywhere.
Hold on. What did Teresa?
What does Teresa Giudice's tax evasion got to do with anything?
She went to jail for bank mail wire and bankruptcy fraud. Those are definitely felonies because she was sentenced to 15 months.
Okay, the whole thing of what I'm trying to say is that a DUI ain't a felony. That everyone who goes DUIs are not felons.
It is
because Shannon Storms Bedore is not a felon. Like I'm just trying to check that statement is correct because they ain't no one DUI a felony unless, like I said, you killed someone. Moving on.
Maybe in Georgia, but in Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, where I've been from and lived most of my life, I know for a fact 1 DUI is a felony conviction here. And Sophie said, I could see Teresa doing the show. I agree. Joseph said, keep casting felons. Give me someone.
I just looked it up. A third DUI offense in 5 years is a felony in Mississippi. One DUI is not a felony. Look it up.
Tell that to my brother.
Tell that to the law.
Aaron has 40. Yeah. I have driven under the influence of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
It is, and you can go visit Jen Shaw.
Oh. So did you give your prediction? What do you think is going to happen next week?
I think it's.
And we won't have long next week because you'll be having to.
Oh Lord, we'll see how that works. Oh God, once I'll know what happens once I see how long the
episode is
and the reunion. Lord, we might have to live watch that reunion. We'll see.
All I'm saying is they may run out of housewives.
Oh, I see what you mean, Marin. Yeah, honestly, like,
this is hot. Just my take on this, because I saw the Real Housewives of I think it was Beverly Hills cast for the other day. Since when did the women on that show start looking more like transgendered women, and transgendered women start looking more like when did we flip? Because
Beverly Hills,
every single one of them looks like a woman, looks like a man.
Uh-oh.
I mean, they do.
No, yeah, Miranda, you opened a whole ass can of worms. So we don't need an all-star season of this yet. We do, like, not even anytime soon. And if they don't do it as a main season. Do it as like
look at faces.
It's just filler.
Girl. Trans, Adam's apple, trans.
Who's Adam's apple?
All of them got Adam's apple. Which, I mean, wrong button. Everybody has an Adam's apple. Fun fact, even women have an Adam's apple. Just men's Adam's apples are a little bit more defined usually.
Yeah, Kenzie, stop being so anti-women.
Suck my tit.
I'm not a fan of global all-stars of any sort in general, to be honest. It just doesn't work the same way for me. And it's like, how are you going to put these, like, I don't know, these people who played like one game of Traitors ever, that's the only thing they've ever done, versus like Suri. Like it's.
I don't want to see civilians playing. We saw that season 1 and how that worked, and it did not work great.
Like, no, I want reality royalty playing with, like, yeah, I would like, because there's certain people from each season that I would have loved to see with each other, but they're on different seasons.
And it's almost painful to watch the one British guy that we get in each one of these play, because how Americans are playing this game versus how the British are playing this game are completely different. Very. Like, it's boring almost to watch.
It doesn't hit the same. Like, and it
almost comes across as mean how we're playing, like Americans are playing the game when it comes to, and that's not how it is at all. We're just a lot more competitive. Girl, same.
Here's
counting down the days until Big Brother. Same.
I'm not, because when it gets there, it lasts a long time. So
NBC
enjoy those days.
Money, but I don't think NBC got that kind of money.
She could buy NBC.
BZ Leonard said, sick of all of them. Fat-faced filler girls. Ozempic face is prettier.
Hot take of the night, baby.
Ben said, I will be watching Love Island over Big Brother.
Facts. It's a quick game. It's about 35 days, something like that.
I don't know. I kind of want to watch Love Island Spain. Montoya.
I don't. Love Island. You got to watch it as it's airing. Don't try to. It's not a binge show. Watch it as it's airing.
Really?
Yeah, it's because it's on every night, every night but hump night.
Yep. You can say that about Kyle Richards or Erica Jane, but not
I was thinking Sutton. Sutton would be like the easiest.
Did you see the Netflix The $1 Million Secret, the new game show?
I watched about half of the trailer.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna like it.
I like some of these Netflix reality competition shows that they'll sprinkle in.
Not the mole, but the other one.
I watched it. I can't remember what it was, but it's like they loved giving us a one and done season of like a reality competition show. But I'm like, okay, I'll watch it for the it's fine.
Temptation Island is coming to Netflix. Is it going to be coming live to Netflix, or is it going to be coming to Netflix after it's aired, like the whole season?
Are we watching White Lotus? Abso-fucking-lutely. What?
I have not. Nope.
Well, thanks for joining us tonight, y'all.
Boop. It's on my list to watch. Like
it's not like that. It's a watch as it airs.
Yeah,
you gotta watch. Look, you gotta watch the big. Whenever it's the big HBO show of the season to watch. Everyone watch. You gotta watch. Here's how I keep up with pop culture. Watch the shit that everyone's watching.
Yeah, I don't just have that much time.
There's only 6 episodes a season, and it's an hour every Sunday. You got time.
Well, I prefer. Well, on Sundays, Sundays are my busy days. Like I have a lot going on Sundays. So
then watch it Monday. Yeah, you got to go by noon today. Like this is not a show you don't watch. Like it's kind of non-negotiable actually.
BZ Land said, "Oh, the mole. I still think Traitors should have an unknown."
No, I don't like that at all. It's too much already. Like we don't need any more. Nope. No,
what we need is what me and you were talking about a couple of weeks ago, where instead of some of these bullshit challenges that they're having, like give them the money at the beginning. Say, we're going to give you $250,000 unless temptation is too much for all of you. And then throw 5 shields per episode. And if you take a shield, that's $5,000 from the pot. And
make there be a consequence like
because you're doing that.
Yeah, I think that would, and that's such a small, like, I think that's a very easy way that they could build it in. It's not changing the game that much. That's a very minor tweak that would,
or really piss people off. We have one special amulet. If you find this amulet and you take it, you take $25,000 from the pot and you're safe for 2 rounds. Do you know how many people would be pissed the fuck off at that person for taking $25,000 from the pot?
And I think the shield for one should always. How do you feel about this? Should it always be a secret for one? And like that alone for me.
I'll be honest. I almost wish that they would do. I almost like how they did in season 1. Where they went into a secret room.
I like the secret part of it, but I thought that it was just up to chance, which I didn't like.
Yeah. I mean, I would like that a little bit. For example, let's say, they do a thing where, okay, 5 of you can get an opportunity for a shield, but only 2 of you will get it. Because they go into a secret room and it's up to chance. I would like something like that more. If you piss everybody off because you're fighting so hardcore to get a shield, I don't know. I just like that a little bit more because I feel like what's the point of getting a shield when everybody knows that you got the shield?
Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, I'm safe for murder, but it doesn't.
If it was something that more of a chance, then you're gonna have more of an opportunity where the traitors pick the wrong person.
Maybe it is something just on the back end of, we don't want that will make traitors mess up. And like, I think the people running the show, want the traitors to get to the end. They don't want to have to keep replacing traitors.
BZ, we know that it's the mole, but what we thought you were talking about with an unknown is like an additional unknown.
No, but it is kind of the mole. It is the mole. Like, start off with this, take this away. Oh, well, no, because the mole, you still have to bank money, and then you're taking money out of the banked money. But there needs to be more consequences. How about that?
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah. Or it needs to be anything, if you take a shield, then you are, maybe giving up your ability to get a shield the next week. Make it more strategic. There just needs to be more consequences to their actions, in my opinion.
Yeah. And make it, something. It needs some tweak.
Have you watched the last 2 seasons of WWE?
Well, not the last 2 seasons. Last season, though, hello.
One season, a traitor won it. Last season, a traitor made it to the end, but was gone in the first fire ceremony. So, yeah.
Oh, I guess, okay, that is the end. So, yeah, the traitors, I don't think, is there a way to, I guess there could be now a way for a traitor to not make it to the end. If Danielle's banished and then Brittany's banished, just back to back.
I just think it's going to be very interesting to see how this rule change affects that final ceremony. Because, the first 2 seasons, like Kate, after the first one, yes, I'm a traitor. And I was like, oh, now they're not going to find out. So they're going to keep going round after round without knowing if they just got rid of a traitor or faithful. So how's that going to, is anyone going to trust anybody and take a couple of people to the end?
That's what happened. Sandra was banished instead of Kate and said that she wasn't a traitor. And that's how they figured that there was still
it was the two, the CT and what's her name? And they kicked out MJ because it was down to them.
No, I'm talking about the banishment that they don't say, like, that's why, because Sandra said that she was a faithful. That's how they were able to. So, okay, that was the one, that was the banishment, like that last one.
Yeah.
So that's why, so that one, they would need to banish someone that has high suspicion.
It was 4-1 Sandra and 1 Kate. Yeah. Yep.
See, now thinking about it that way, I don't think that they would. You need to banish, like, if they're not going to say if they're a faithful or a traitor, you need to banish someone that people like that could be a traitor. And so Ivar might not be the best idea, to be honest, because I don't think there's enough suspicion.
I think they could throw more suspicion. Well, Gabby's going to have suspicion on her. She makes it. And I feel like Dylan. I don't feel like anybody else is going to have enough suspicion on it, unless Danielle, of course. Yeah.
Well, I think either way, Brittany's making it to the end. Like, she's not getting I don't think she did it unless this puts some suspicion on her, but I just don't think it will. I think Brittany is making it to the end.
So if you say with that rule, that is a way for Danielle and Brittany not to win. I mean, it is, but they're the only 2 people left that are strategic master game players. So, we get to a point where they don't know if they just got rid of a faithful or a traitor. They can spin enough bullshit to try to pin it, in my opinion, on Dylan. That's going to be their best option.
I wouldn't have necessarily thought that until seeing them work together this episode. I wouldn't have thought that, but I think they could do it.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
If anyone's going to, it's them.
Who do y'all think? We want to see some of y'all post in the chat.
I don't know. There's so many different things and we have the seer power thrown into that. Like, there's so many moving parts. I could not tell you what would happen. Maybe that's why they jam-packed the finale of Traitors, because
based off of just the first 2 rounds alone, you've got Brittany and Danielle, I think, with the most coins going into that 3rd round. So
I couldn't
I don't
keep
know.
track.
Well, because Danielle got, was it 1,800 with the doll, and then the first
No,
round
she got 2,000.
Okay, 2,000. Yeah. I don't think it's going to go to Dylan because he got 0-0 and then goes to the last challenge. So, honestly, I think the 2 people with the best chances are Brittany or Danielle. Honestly, just based off of the first 2 rounds going into that. And they both had a lot of coins. Actually, Brittany had so many coins, she almost didn't get her thing lifted up in enough time. Like he said 1 and she was lifting.
I could see a world where, what if Danielle is banished? Gabby wins the power, talks to Dylan, they find out they're both faithfuls. Then it's like, oh shit, maybe it's Brittany. She was recruited. Like, I think there's a way for there's a way for traitors or faithfuls to really, because of that power. Like, I think that's so close to the end of the game.
But you've also got Dolores and Navarre, and you can make the argument: how did these 2 people make it to the end?
But that's because they.
And let's say Danielle does go. Then Brittany can use the argument, I had no idea. She must have been protecting me this entire time because I'm a faithful.
Yeah.
Because they already know that that's a chance because of what they said with Carolyn and Tom.
Yeah.
As long as they don't go through. But Gabby Gabby banked 500 coins the first round, and she went and broke the second round. So I don't see her having enough coins. And she was one of the first ones to lift her. The seer doesn't feel whether or not they're faithful or traitor.
No, they do not.
Yeah. So it's just one-sided. So you're honestly having to, yeah.
Okay, BZ. I said before, Dylan, Gabby, Brittany, and Dylan and Gabby boot Brittany. I could see a world where that happens with the seer power. Like, if I could see it happening.
I don't know.
I think here's what I could probably break it down to. I think that, oh man, I think that
you don't have $0, they can't catch up. I agree.
Okay, so then what? Dolores? Oh God, don't tell me Ivor wins it. Like, God forbid.
Ivor got 500 the first round, and he went broke the second round.
What about the third round? Brittany or Dolores? God, it would be perfect if Danielle goes, Brittany wins the power. She needs to utilize it as she needs to utilize it as we're both faithfuls. Like what Dylan's strategy was, like, we're both faithfuls. We need to get to the end. That could be her saving grace, and could I would say earn her spot as a winner.
Casey, yes, I completely agree. There's too many possible outcomes.
Too many. There's so many moving parts.
The only thing that I keep going back to is that all of these interviews, so many of these people have been doing up until now, are so fucking bitter towards Danielle that, that just makes me feel like Danielle,
It's so wild, though. Look at history repeating itself from Big Brother 3. All of them hating her, and
but luckily, the only people hating her are the people that are in the game, not the people that are. Oh,
I think my light bulb went out. Okay.
Oh, we can still see you. You just look a little mysterious now. Somebody saying a Dolores win would change the game.
So that's what I was going to say. I actually think, because I don't see how Dolores is leaving this game. I think Dolores is going all the way to the fire pit. I think.
Yeah, I agree. I
think so. I think here's the only way. The way I can see it playing out. Either of 2 people winning, either Brittany is winning, or Dolores is winning. Dolores can win with other people, and Brittany could win with another person. But either one of those two, one of them is 100% winning the game, and I don't see any other way around it.
And I don't see Dolores trusting Gabby or Dylan.
I don't either. I think I don't either.
I'm
but
gonna ass off if Dolores won this whole fucking thing and I win the fucking draft, so everybody can eat their fucking words. I don't foresee that happening though. I'm just if that happened, that is a 1% chance in my world that could happen. Less than 1% chance. I don't know.
After all that, a housewife wins. After all that. Good
for the housewives. They've been through a lot in this game. On all 3 seasons of this game, the housewives have been fucked hard and put up with, which they're usually used to. But, if they do, bravo. Good for them. I don't see Avar winning it. If Avar, I'm going to be pissed if Avar wins it.
I will be so pissed.
I don't see him winning it. Honestly, I don't see Gabby winning it. I could see Dylan possibly winning it if he can get enough luck on his side. But
you know what? Okay, you know what it might. Okay, there's only 4 people in the fire, right? Yeah. There's only 4. I mean, if Danielle, is there a world where Danielle and Brittany really make it, like they make it past this episode and the next banishment to both get to the fire? I don't know.
I'd say it's 50-50. I mean,
no, it's less than that, because she already is about to have a 50% chance, and then to like make it past that, like it's like the chance is so small.
Oh, I know. But if Avar goes, if somehow Avar goes, and based on the editing, I'm going to guess that Avar goes, because I just don't see them changing their editing style up after an entire season of them editing one way. I don't see them changing it up. They're setting it up to look like one thing's about to happen and to get either people all riled up or pissed about it, and then they're going to do something different. That's just my opinion. But if that happens and Avar goes, then they don't have to worry about, except for the seer twist, which I think one of the 2 of them have. But you're going into that final banishment, and you're not going to find out if that person was a faithful or a traitor. So if they can get the girls all riled up to go after Dylan, then Dylan's going to go, and he's not going to say if he's faithful or a traitor. And then they're all going to be like, and then Brittany and Danielle can tag team up on people and be like, Dylan was up my ass all this time. Dylan, and paint him out to be a monster.
Oh, there's an owl outside my house.
I was like, is somebody walking?
I don't see Gabby being. It's because there's also like, okay, if it's down to Ivar and he says I'm a faithful, they're gonna be like, okay, yeah, it was fucking Danielle. Which she might be able to get away, get out of that, but that's gonna be tough to get out of. And only not much
Gabby,
time.
I think only with Gabby and Dylan. And I think Dylan's, it's just, I think the lines are drawn in the sand, and I think that's where it's going to be. So if Avar goes, then it's going to be 3-2.
Yeah. And because Dolores, because of and how she hasn't watched What Happens Live, she trusted her. If she trusted her that much, she knows for sure she's not a.
Yeah. So it'll be 3-2.
Unless it's 3-2. I don't know. Oh man, I could.
But if it's 3-2, then the 3 of them got it. So all they got to do is sit there and get one more person out, and then go to the round table or the final ceremony, the fire, and get out Gabby.
You're right. Yeah, if Ivar goes, Dolores is sticking with Brittany and those. Man, and then Dolores gets blindsided like MJ did.
That's what I'm saying. If Avar goes, it's not that hard of a pathway for them to get to the final and to win. But if Avar does not really go, then they're fucked. Then Brittany's going to have a battle.
You're right.
Do you think whoever wins opens the door for casting for next season? I don't know.
Not at all. Actually, I don't think it does. I don't think it does a damn thing, to be honest.
Next season, I think they already know who they're going to cast for the next 3 seasons.
The calls have already gone out.
Yeah. An Avar win would be funny.
No, it wouldn't. I will not be laughing. I will not be laughing.
I'm going to say right now, if Avar wins, I will not be going live. I'm not going to waste my time.
But he'll be a winner. It's not like he's going to win the whole thing. So it's like, it's not the worst thing.
If Danielle makes it past this week, it becomes a numbers game. But Avar will be the last to say, I am a faithful. I hope you're right. If Danielle gets banished, then I don't see Brittany winning.
How? I completely do.
Yeah.
I completely do.
It's a 50-50 chance. It just depends on who gets that seer power. If Danielle gets banished, it depends on who gets the seer power. And
okay, yeah.
That's the only... Or, and if it goes to someone like Dolores, the wild card, who we don't expect to get anything.
No, I see, because I see what could happen if Danielle does get banished this round. Dolores is going to feel so betrayed, and Gabby and Dylan can pull her right in. And
but Brittany could also do this whole big crying act of like, I fucking trusted her. I can't believe it. She used what happened in this game against me, on Big Brother against me.
Well, that's what I thought she was already kind of doing. Like those like when she was doing this and all that, I think it was real, and it was like, it was both. It was 100% real, but it also needed to be seen. Like, I hate that I have to do this.
Did you hear about Survivor 50? The fans get to choose everything. I have not heard about that.
I haven't. It's corny. It sounds corny to me.
That's going to be the boring. Because season, I don't know. Things that the fans like don't necessarily translate to good TV. And I include myself in that.
Correct.
If Dolores gets seer, who does she ask if Avar is gone? I think she might ask Dylan or Gabby, honestly.
Yeah, she wouldn't ask Danielle. But
I don't think she'd ask Danielle. I don't think she'd ask Brittany.
I think she would ask Dylan, because she said, she was like, why do we have to think that it's a woman? Why are we saying that? She's like, why do we have to think that it's a woman? Yep. Facts.
And so if you're just going to say anything, Danielle gets banished, they probably will think they've gotten rid of all the traitors. No, because Avar's going to sit there and continue to say that there's another one left.
Right. I know. Like, it's
3 against 2. And those 3 are going to gang up, and it's going to be Dolores and Brittany that are going to get fucked. If Avar stays, Brittany's chance of winning gets diminished a lot, because they're going to be looking for 2 traitors. Like, she can still get there because she has more gameplay in her than all the rest of them combined. She's got more in her pinky.
And I think that would be such a gag if, like, let's say that somehow Danielle does get, because Danielle has like a good, like, she has to get through like 3 different rounds of, like, to get to the end, basically. And so I think it would be such a gag if the first, like, Big Brother winner of this show is Brittany. Like, love Brittany, but like, she's not, like, she's technically a gamer, but she's not a gamer.
I mean, she's not a Dan and Danielle gamer.
Like, when we think of Brittany from Big Brother, like, we think of her, differently. We don't think of her as like strategy, because that's not her.
She's the DR queen. She's the side eye queen. She's the DR queen. She's the, yeah. She's
the what do you call it? What do you call it? A personality hire?
Yeah.
Like
Cassie said, Avar wants a woman out and will not rest until it happens. I completely agree. Oh. And I can't believe the faithful didn't think that there's a chance of a recruit of a traitor to happen.
I mean, I don't think they didn't, but I mean, yeah, I don't think they didn't.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, there's so many moving parts to this game. I think it's hard.
Especially like for for one episode, like for the finale, that's a lot of shit that has to go down.
But also I think they're thinking, oh, there was no traitor, or if there's no murder, then a traitor was recruited. I think that might be where they're thinking with it. Because very rare, usually if the traitors get to recruit, there's not a murder.
Right. Which they could have easily, go back a couple episodes, they could have easily gotten around by...
But Carolyn and Danielle...
By keeping Sierra, but they voted the Shield out.
And that's what I think I've missed this entire season of having of the turret and seeing all that is, God, if only he would have picked Brittany at the beginning to be a traitor. Because, they sat there and went through the pros and cons of every single person, why this would work, why it wouldn't work. That's what I want to see from the traitors. Not, and yes, this head fighting was fun, but if you could just get some traitors in there that can work together from the very beginning and trust each other, like, that's what I want to see. A season of just traitors coming in that we all know can work together and see how they can dominate the game.
Like I think, Sari, Cody, and what's his name? Christian. They tried to do that because, they hadn't seen the show before. That was just, what you think you do. And then, once it was kind of turning on Cody, like Sari jumped ship, but I don't think we've really had it. Like, think about last season. That was when, hell, we go back to the turret. Don't comfort the housewives, Parvati.
Yeah. I think we almost had that at the beginning of the season. I think Bob, Danielle and Carolyn were good traitor choice. I think what ruined it was pulling in Boston Rob.
It did.
Yeah,
it did. But even before that, the first episode with all three of them, they weren't really, they weren't really vibing. But yeah, the Boston Rob thing that did throw a wrench into it.
Yeah, it did. Well,
all right. Yeah, we can wrap up. We're at 1:47.
Yep. Where can the ladies and the gentlemen and the boys and the girls and the theys and the thems find you on social media?
Y'all can find me soon enough. Well, if y'all want to see all Gaga content that coming up this week, we got a 1 week countdown, baby. She's about to run the press out. So if that's what you're gonna be, if y'all want to look for that, you can come to my social media at Reginald George on Twitter. Was a really good one.
Yep. And y'all can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at KenzieJoe205 and on Twitter at Kenzie_reality. And make sure that you follow us on Facebook. Also follow our Couch Potato Queens on Twitter, Instagram, and while you're at it, if you've not already, look and make sure you've hit that subscribe button for our channel and hit that bell button next to it so you're notified when we go live. And go ahead and smash that like button for us. And if you really love us, you can just hit refresh. And once this live ends, and go down and post underneath as a comment on our video. We would appreciate that so much. And we will be back here on Monday night to discuss RuPaul's Drag Race. Next episode. Yes. Don't even. Your new stuff. It's just like your old stuff, but better, Sophie. Completely. Thank y'all for joining us. Oh, and also thank you to Joseph Collins for our super chat, and to Dakota Rain Wages, my co-host on Monday nights. We love you guys. Thank you so much for always supporting our channel and supporting us. And see you next time for the Traitors. Y'all have a good night. Bye.
Murder
them hoes.